Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Brownlee, Body of Christ Real Talk. Just a quickie announcement I want to make. I want to talk about our food and what we eat. I know a lot of you probably don't want to hear anything about this. You don't want to hear nobody trying to let you know what you need to eat or what you need to change in your food. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not an expert. I'm not a dietitian, so I'm not trying to do that. But what I want to talk about is label reading. How very important it is for us to be label readers. Us that's trying to lose weight and stay healthy. How important is label reading and how deceptive even reading labels can be if you're trying to lose weight or you're on some type of diet or whatever type of diet you're on. The very important thing to read labels. Now, the diet that I am on is a no-carb diet. The same no-carb diet, I mean I don't eat any carbs. I try to avoid all carbs at all costs. And because I choose to do that, I choose just to eat meat and protein. So my diet consists of no carbs. Or maybe a little 1 gram, but I don't purposely look for 1 gram. But if I eat any carbs, it's no carbs, probably to 1 gram of carbs. And mostly that would be found in maybe a few of the sugar-free beverages I consume. But I came to the point now, in order for me to be as healthy as I can be, is I must read labels and I must avoid even certain things that call themselves healthy. And that's a challenge for people that's trying to stay healthy, let alone lose weight. You know, you can lose weight and still be unhealthy. Yes, you can lose a whole lot of weight. And you will be in better health now, no doubt. You know, that goes with losing weight. But it depends how you lose weight, too. Some people lose weight because they're sick. Some people lose weight because of diabetes, cancer. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a healthy weight loss. Sometimes the losing weight is not the only thing that we need in our bodies. We need to be healthy. We need to be healthy, and we still need to watch what we eat. Even a person that's in somewhat perfect shape, figure, man or woman, can be very unhealthy. They still might consume certain super powders or proteins and drinks like that that's filled with all kind of stuff you can't even pronounce. So it's basically come down to the point now, because the evilness and the wickedness of our food industry, that we must learn what these big giant words really mean. But how are we going to learn that? We can't really Google it or whatever like that, because a lot of times they are part of the establishment. You can get some type of information on there. So even YouTube, but you do better going on YouTube and putting those names in there. And what you do, those crazy names you don't understand, type it in YouTube and say and push reviews or side effects or what is it. And believe me, baby, it's going to pop up, you know. Or if you got ChatGPT, do the same thing. Well, anyway, and this quick shout out, I just want you to understand, to the ones that's trying to lose weight, whatever diet that you are on. Now, when it comes to the diets and stuff like that, this is what I want you to look at. Let me move over here, because of the sound of that heater is very distracting. But this is what I want you to pay attention to. Low sugar diet. You're not going to even pay attention to a lot of that, because basically a lot of low sugar dieters basically just look for a label that says no sugar or low sugar and stuff like that, or natural. So anything you look at, low fat is basically looking for things that says low fat. So when they see low fat, the majority of the people, I believe, just see the label of low fat and they don't look at everything else in it. They don't care. See, they don't care about the carbohydrates or nothing like that, or even the sugar, the excess sugar in those labels. They just see low fat and they just go with fat. So that's not good. They don't really get educated on searching ingredients on what's really bad for you, besides the losing the weight or what they said was bad for you for us low fat. You know, so it's a lot of diets like that, even with diet drinks and diet proteins. They don't substitute. They might say, well, it's low sugar or it's low in carbs, and we have these such and such a things of carbs, and they don't know these other things was added with it. That's how confusing it is that manipulating the Food and Drug Administration is today. And that's very scary and that's very sad. You know, there's many things that messed up us on purposely, and a lot of things that's wrong with us is really not our fault. Even when it comes to oral hygiene and stuff like that, have sugar and a lot of stuff, messed up gums, messed up teeth, and you might be a person that brushes your teeth every day. You might be a person that flosses every day. I can understand the ones that don't because of drugs and stuff like that, but I'm talking about a person that basically does that and still wind up with gum disease. Why? They still wind up with periodontitis disease, and they brush their teeth and floss as more as anybody else, but it's different reasons why they still wind up with those issues, because it takes something beyond flossing and even deep cleaning. It's important. I know that by experience now that I messed up on and not getting enough deep cleaning and stuff in my teeth or whatever like that. But, you know, just think of years and years of smoking marijuana, which is known to harm your gums and everything if you're a marijuana smoker. I don't care how good your teeth is, you can still have gingivitis and periodontitis disease and wind up with bad breath. With perfect looking teeth, but you still have bad breath. Now, I'm not here to talk about that, but I'm just here to let's talk about the body. The body. You can see somebody that looks like they're in good health, but have other health issues. They might have hypertension, they might have thyroid problems, they might have liver problems and different things like that. And you wonder why. They seem to do the right things on the outside. They seem to drink the right things. They seem to eat the right way. But sadly to say, the Food and Drug Administration got so much junk and poison and stuff, and they label it as safe. Just like they do their medicines, just like they do their vaccines. They label it as safe. So anytime you got to take it into common sense that even the Food and Drug Administration or the Health Administration says safe and effective, that means it's not. Even if the FDA approved it, which you cannot trust today, you have to even research the FDA, because FDA chooses what they want to put out there was bad. See, it depends how much coming in their pockets and who are paying them. You notice the FDA pulls a lot of things, and some of these things are bad. They pulled a lot of things. They pulled fentanyl. They pulled baby powders. They say you have to stop doing this. You have to stop doing this. You need to stop taking this and everything like that. You kind of wonder why FDA choose things that they consider bad, and then they promote things that is bad. You ever wonder why that? See, I'm not going to get into the names right there, names for now. But why does the FDA and the CDC do that? They even tell you things that are bad, that's out there, and can hurt you. They might say, but it's rare. So they lie, but they still promote it. There's some things they pull, and they take it off the market because it might hurt you, harm you. The money got a lot to do with it. It depends who is doing this. The system is so messed up. Let me give you an example. Whatever the FDA and the CDC is pulling off the market, that means that company is not lined up with them. They're not lined up with that company. Therefore, they wouldn't pull it off the market. That's how crooked our USA, FDA, CDC is, I believe. They will not pull it off the market. But if the company is in their pockets, like Big Pharma, if it's not from Big Pharma, nothing like that, the CDC or the FDA will approve things that's really not good for us. And they will be slowly but surely, unless they are forced, they will not pull it off the market. That's happening right now with a lot of things. Different medicines, different vaccines and everything. Vaccines killing people every day, but they're not pulling them off the market. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Because they get rich off that. So you can't even really trust the CDC or the FDA, let alone the Food and Drug Administration, which is the FDA. See, the Center of Disease Control is the CDC. They got the NIH, they got the WHO, the World Health Organization, got the NIH, the National Institution of Health. All those are in the same cabal with Big Pharma in their pockets. See? Big Pharma pays all these companies. And then they pay the news media to promote poison. They know which ones to say that's bad, so they put it on news media. Then the news media don't talk about the ones that's really killing people, because you can tell which ones that's paying these companies when they know these things are going on and they don't pull it off the counter. And you know which ones they're lined up with. The ones they're not lined up with or just broke the status quo, then they expose them and then they break them money-wise by pulling their stuff off the market. And it might not even be that bad. But anyway, we have to be label checkers when it comes to food and drug. We're on our own by the grace of God. We're on our own. I'm talking to believers and anyone that's listening to this show. Anyone is welcome to listen to this show. But mainly I'm talking to believers. We have to be label readers and understand there's many doctors on YouTube that they have been censored and really, really hit hard, not only by YouTube, the YouTube police and the Facebook police, but you got legitimate doctors and scientists out there that's trying to do the right things and giving you real information on certain ingredients and certain foods and drinks that the CDC and the FDA will not do nothing about, because a lot of these companies are in their pockets. That's how they get rich. So we have to do our own research of what we have to do. It comes to a point that you be saying to yourself, what could I eat? That's not bad. And the safest thing out there, believe it or not, is meat and protein. It's hard to just contaminate all that because a lot of other things is just so contaminated and bad now. Now I'm not saying it's going to kill you overnight. I'm not saying it's going to kill you at all, but it depends on your body and stuff like that, but it's just some bad stuff out there. That's why I used to read labels and I see all these crazy long names, but I didn't even pay that attention. I just looked at, the low carb or the low sugar. But sugar comes in all different forms of name: glucose, fructose, dextrin, maltodextrin that I just found out about is in the majority of the foods. And I heard this maltodextrin is worse than sugar in effect, even though it's not sweet. It's called maltodextrin, or it's called dextrin. Anything you see in your food on the ingredient saying something about dextrin or maltodextrin, it's bad. You don't want to get that. Now, I'm not saying it's going to kill you or even hurt you. It might even not harm you a little bit, but it might give you gas and bloating and everything. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I do a lot of self-experiment on my body. I still take somewhat sweeteners, but now I'm finna lay off with the sweeteners, because I notice when I take the stevia, and something I have been doing I should have never done. I used to mix the Splenda and stevia together. That's crazy what I'm doing. But anyway, when I take stevia or Splenda now, it starts to give me gas and bloating. I don't need to keep doing that. I know since I've been on this diet, no carb diet, my body is so amazing now. It tells me, okay, I'm not cool with this. And I don't care if it's a little bit. If I go overboard with 3 of those sugars, or artificial sugars, whether it's sugar or Splenda, it upsets my stomach. So I got to the point that I'm just going to throw it away. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm just going to take it to work and put it in the drawer and let everybody else consume it. And that might sound evil, but I'm not saying stevia or Splenda is bad. Splenda a little worse than everything. It's not going to hurt you as bad if you don't consume a lot of it. But for me, this is a learning process for me. So I got another alternative called Exethol, something like that. I said, let me try that. I'm going to stop the stevia and slow down on all that and everything, because I don't need to have that. There's other alternatives. And then when I got this package, I see, it had 0 carbs, 0 sugars and sweetness, but it had 8 grams of carbohydrates. And I said, no. I just took the whole pack and I wrapped it up. I said, no, I will not be doing that. That ain't too different that ain't just not much. It didn't even look like sugar. I said, no, that scared me. I put that thing right back in that bag. My point is, the Food and Drug Administration is killing us slowly but surely with false labels and different names and everything like that. So we need to be careful. That's what I want to just give you a heads up on everything. We need to take care of our bodies. These just for the ones that's trying to lose weight or trying to get in better health and watch what we eat and watch what we drink. That's just a little health tip from me, myself, Joseph Brownlee. Real talk. Body of Christ, real talk. Health news. Maltodextrin. Watch out for that in your foods and your drinks. God bless you. Peace out. Love y'all. God is great and still on the throne. Peace out.